Oh yeah. What's good, y'all? Man, I done came up with I done came across some real good, powerful, strong information. And I'm about to share that information right here in this live stream. And I want y'all to know it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense, but I'll leave that up to you to decide once we get into this. So now let's talk about it. The name of this live stream is Saturn, the Ash Star. The Ash Star. Now, we all know about Ash Star Command, the people that look, the white people, you know what I'm saying? The pale skinned white people with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. We know about them. And we also know about Saturn. And if you've been, studying this stuff for some time, you might know that they say that Saturn was one of the first planets that the so-called Anunnakis made as their home. Now, let's get one thing clear right here, right now, which this is being said a lot, nowadays. The Anunnaki are not gods, family. They're angels, fallen angels. You see what I'm saying? When you see the word Anunnaki, you are literally referring to fallen angels. You have to understand that literally, like literally. When you talk about the Anunnaki, you are talking about fallen angels. Pretty much all aliens that they talk about here on this realm and earth is fallen angels, except for the ones that came here on they decided to come here to help out. But a lot of them has been casted down here. You see what I'm saying? Understand that. So with that being said, the reason why I'm telling you that the Anunnaki are angels, they're not gods, well, the way I can prove this is they pretty much tell you how the Anunnaki, what they look like and whatnot, as far as with the, let's say Anu, for instance. They said that Anu got fire eyes and this and this and that, and his he have this green like aura. That's talking about basically, y'all, that's talking about gas. You see what I'm saying? That's talking about gas. Now, these beings, now mind you, I just said gas, keep that in mind. These beings are more like genies. They're beings of smokeless fire. You see what I'm saying? Now, smokeless fire, we all know if you're gonna have a smokeless fire, you're gonna have to have gas. Well, a lot of y'all out there probably has barbecued with a propane grill. Now, if you have a propane grill, you will notice that it's different from a charcoal grill. Because when you put charcoal inside the grill and you put the lighter fluid on there and then you set it on fire, it's going to be smoke coming off of that. You see what I'm saying? But with a propane gas tank, there's no smoke. So it's a smokeless fire, family. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about jinns, and they tell you that they're made of gas, of smokeless fire, you're also talking about cherubim angels, family. You see what I'm saying? A cherubim angel and a jinn is the same thing. It's the same exact thing, family. So that tells you that the Anunnaki are not gods, they're angels. And they can be called jinns, they could be called cherubims. You see what I'm saying? They call them reptilians, all kinds of shit. But you have to understand that to the core, these particular beings, the Anunnaki, they are angels, fallen angels. These are the so-called sons of God, family. You see what I'm saying? These are the ones who came and basically created these wicked beings. You see, but we're not going to get into that right now. We're talking about Saturn. But I just had to clarify that real quick so y'all can understand. Look, Saturn is the first place that the Anunnaki went to make their base. So that's keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So now let's talk a little bit more about Saturn. We all have heard about the Saturn's cube. Damn, this damn trash can hold up. There. We've all heard about the Saturn's cube, Metatron's cube, however you want to call it. The cube that's on Saturn that's supposed to be harvesting people's souls and basically entrapped in it. Now, they claim, I don't know how true this is, but they claim that if you look through a telescope, one of those real powerful ones, you can actually see this little structure on top of Saturn. Now, let's say this real quick. We've been talking about since 2019 that the system, well, let me say this first. If the Saturn's cube is what's basically harvesting people's souls, and that's what's trapping people in this so-called matrix, wouldn't it make sense that the Saturn's cube is basically what's projecting this so-called matrix that we are suffering in here on this planet? You see what I'm saying? We all kind of feel like we kind of enslaved and we trapped in this so-called system that they trying so hard to keep us a part of. That's a part of Saturn's cube. Now, we've all been saying that this system is dying, it's falling. Why is that? Let's talk about the so-called black hole sun. That's Saturn. Understand that. Anytime somebody talk about the black hole sun, they talking about Saturn. Now, if you know anything about these stars and whatnot, because Saturn's a star. They try to say it's a planet, but Saturn's a star because guess what? They call Venus the morning star. So if they say that Venus is the morning star, that means that Saturn's a star too. Whenever these stars explode, whenever they die and they explode, they turn black first. You see what I'm saying? Because a star is so massive and so big that whenever it explodes, it literally creates like a black hole, and it starts sucking in all the light that's around. You see what I'm saying? And we all know that if you mix all the colors in the spectrum together, it's going to turn black. You see? So this black hole is sucking in all this light because everything is light. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about these other planets or moons or asteroids or whatever the fuck may be out there roaming around in so-called space, all that stuff is getting sucked in by this so-called star that's being destroyed, that's exploding. Now all this light comes in and it's all coming in into this one area, and it makes that area turn black, a black hole, because it's sucking in all that light. A black hole is so powerful that it sucks in light. So if it sucks in light, it's gonna turn black because it's all the different lights that's in the spectrum. You see what I'm saying? So family, what I'm trying to explain, what I'm trying to get y'all to see is Saturn has been destroyed a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? Because if we all the way right here on Earth, or where, this planet that we at, and Saturn is so many light years away, all we gonna see right now is the black. You see what I'm saying? That's all we gonna see. All we gonna see is the black. You're not gonna see the actual, like, what I'm trying to say is Saturn has already exploded. It's already gone. It's not there no more. You see what I'm saying? And this is the reason why the system that Saturn has created is dying. Because we can say that, yeah, Saturn is destroyed, but the energy of Saturn, the last signals that the so-called cube or whatever the satellite is on Saturn, the last signals before Saturn exploded is still being projected to the Earth. You see what I'm saying? Like, think of it like a big-ass water gun. Somebody shooting a big-ass water gun, and it's a stream of water that's flying. Then all of a sudden, somebody knocked the damn water gun out your hand. Just because they knocked it out your hand don't mean that that stream of water is going to stop immediately and just fall down and be gone. No, that stream of water going to still complete its course. It might not be no more water coming after that. You see what I'm saying? After all that water is gone and it hit the surface, it might not be no more water coming, but the water that was shooting out the water gun is not going to just disappear as soon as the gun disappeared. See, this is what's happening right now. This is the reason why the system is dying. It's falling apart. It's crashing. We starting to be able to see what's really out there. We starting to be able to see these beings that's here that's not supposed to be here. All they little tricks and they little things that they do is starting to be so easy to see because the frequency or the signal that cube was sending is dying. It's becoming more and more weak because, like I said, Saturn is exploded. So the only thing that's coming here now is a signal. Once that signal is gone, once the water is dried up, that's it. You see what I'm saying? And that puts the end of the damn bullshit ass system. You see? So I'm sure these folks they know exactly when this shit gonna end. I'm sure. Because you would have to do some type of mathematical equation to be able to basically understand how much more that signal is still coming. You see what I'm saying? How much more that signal is still coming to the earth. Once that signal completely clears up, that's when you're going to see everything start to open up. You know what I'm saying? The sky start to open up better. Everything is the whole system that we know of that's here on earth is going to be completely shot, which means that a lot of motherfuckers is going to wake up out of this spell and shit. You know, you're going to wake up. You're going to start to see things for what it really is. You might look different. These vessels and these bodies that we know of today might change. You might not look like that no more. You see what I'm saying? You might look, your skin might turn green. Your skin might turn blue. You see what I'm saying? Your skin might turn red. You might get bigger. You might grow. You see what I'm saying? Because who knows? This system could be sending some type of frequency here that's causing some type of gravity situation that's making us shrink. You never know what's happening with this signal. You see what I'm saying? When they explode, once that signal is completely gone and it ain't nothing but the pure frequency from the planet that we own and from the true sun, because you have to understand Saturn is the false light, family. Saturn is a false light. You got so many people that worship this type of energy. I want y'all to understand that the ancient Egyptians worshiped Saturn. You see what I'm saying? The ancient Egyptians worshipped Saturn. Now, and you have to also understand when you talk about the Anunnaki, when you talk about Anu is Saturn. You see what I'm saying? Because Anu is named Elion El. But another name for Anu is Apollyon or Abaddon. You see what I'm saying? And Apollyon is Apollo. And we know that Apollo is the Greek god for Saturn, family. You see what I'm saying? Apollo is the Greek god for Saturn. He's a sun god, but he's not the sun god here. He's the sun god for Saturn, the Saturn. Because Saturn once was a sun, or it attempted to become a sun. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you have to understand with Anu. Anu is not who they trying to tell you he is. And all these people that's behind these Anunnakis and Anu and them, I'm telling you, these people are Saturn seeds. Not to go to say that they bad or they evil, but I'm just telling you who they are. They're Saturn seeds. You see what I'm saying? They're Saturn seeds, and they're trying to take over your planet. They're trying to take over your star because theirs is destroyed. And this goes back into the whole Ash Star command. Ash Star, meaning that their star is destroyed. See, they already know that their planet is destroyed, that their star is gone. They already know that. Which I want y'all to understand that everything that's in the cosmic level is a star, for the most part. Unless you're talking about meteors or moons. Like, we gotta cut this whole planet thing out. this planet, oh, it's a planet. Because look, this planet that we sitting on right now, if you was somewhere else, this planet will look like a star. You see what I'm saying? Wherever we are right now, if you was somewhere else in the galaxy somewhere and you was looking at this planet, it would look just like a star. You see what I'm saying? It would be shining and everything. See, what you have to understand is all these different, all these cosmic bodies have their own light, family. They have their own light. And the reason why you have to understand that is because, think about it like this. They tell you that the sun gives this planet light, but I don't too much believe that, because if that's the case, why the hell is it so dark in space, so-called space? That's if that shit even exists. You see what I'm saying? So, to get further into this is the reason why the ancient Egyptians, motherfuckers like Akhenaten and them, tried to do this whole singular God thing, because they was trying to get the people to worship Saturn, family. They was trying to get the people to worship Saturn, like Saturn is the creator God. Like Saturn is the supreme creator. It's not. You see what I'm saying? It's not. It's not at all. And that's you know, it's not hard to understand that, because like I just told you, Saturn's destroyed. I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen, you know, no so-called black hole or no black sun. Now, it could be up there. You probably just can't see it. It could be up there. But I've never seen that. I've never seen that. So basically what I'm just trying to get y'all what I'm just trying to say is Saturn's destroyed. And that's the reason why we are moving into this new energy. That's the reason why we're breaking out of the system. That's the reason why people are not being reincarnated that much. You know what I'm saying? People not having to come back here to this realm, to this system, because Saturn is destroyed. People tell you that the light is not as bright as it used to be. That's because Saturn's destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind, family. Keep that in mind. Let me make sure I ain't missing nothing. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this little live stream, y'all. Just wanted to explain. Oh shit. Well, let me just say this last little. Nah, I'll leave that for a different video. I appreciate each and every last one of you for coming in. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Chief, I'm out.